Uh,
何だよ
flashbang. Oh god. Oh, never mind.
ずるずる
You have two PSPs? Hang on, what is this shit? Okay, that one in the at the top is a bit spicy next to the PSP. Let's not look further into it. And out topples a silver-haired girl I've never seen before in my life. Magazines and various other things that were stuffed inside the closet also came falling out. Clatter, clatter.
ハウスダストジュルジュル
And this is what Shigure wanted you to do. Who would have guessed that he wanted you to clean?
この子は
She points at the girl slowly.
誰
Then turns around to me. Your guess is as good as mine. How would I know?
お腹減った
Unlucky, I didn't get you any dinner. Girl squirms around restlessly and buries herself in her bed.
見ない顔だけど君はどこの誰子ちゃん
She has a look on her face that says, "Who are you?" True, that's fair.
ああ、そうか。しぐれが鍵を開けてろっていうのはこういうことだったんだ。
Huh?
なんだって
The girl takes a good look at each of us, one at a time.
おやすみなさい。
Good night.
おいおい、ちょっと待ちなさいってば。何
She stops her hands before they can close the closet door, then scowls at us with very drowsy looking eyes.
なんだか意図せず不法侵入っぽいことをしちゃってるこっちが言えたぎりじゃないけれど、君はこの状況で何とも思わないの？この状況？ああ、もしかしてもしかすると何？あなたは今日のお兄ちゃん？
No, that's me. I mean,
私が男に見えちゃうっていうの？違うの。そう、残念。
she squirms and squiggles.
だからちょっと待とうよ。それで終わりなの？何かもっと言いたいこととかあるんじゃないの？
She turns around with great reluctance.
もしかして。何なの？あなたは今日のお兄ちゃん？
I don't think this is getting anywhere.
ゆうくん。
Uh-huh.
なんだかこの子は君の専門なんじゃないかなと思えてきちゃったんですけど。
What's that supposed to mean? They have a phrase for what you're trying to do, lady. It's called passing the buck.
いいからどうにかしてよ。不思議ちゃんなオーラが容赦ないよ。
What do you want me to do about it? Now she's staring at me.
もしかしてあなたが今日のお兄ちゃん？
Yes.
ほらほら、何か言ってあげたら？
What am I supposed to say?
おっぱいの神様になれるくらいなんだから、お兄ちゃんにだって気軽になってあげちゃえばいいじゃんか。
True.
兄弟が増えるくらいわけないでしょ。
Yeah, definitely not. Especially when you get to shove them onto someone else. Whoa there. Inevitably step out of the way.
鼻水が目の中に。
Skillishu. Suzu frantically rolls around on the ground.
ねばいよこれ。どうなってるの？ジュルジュル。私は今日敷島今日。ちゃん付けが嫌なら今日と呼び捨てにしてくれても。
Thank you. Thank you, Kyo. I won't accidentally say honorifics if there aren't any. Gives a light nod, her eyes all the while still only half open.
ところでお兄ちゃん、私のお兄ちゃんはどこですか？
Who?
お兄ちゃん。ああ、お兄ちゃん。お兄ちゃんは私に言いました。いつか必ず迎えに来てくれるって。お兄ちゃんが迎えに来る？
Suzu gets up off the ground, rubbing her eyes.
何か訳ありなのかな？そう、訳あり。訳ありなの。お兄ちゃんは私との約束を破ったことなんて一度もないの。
She nods her head.
お兄ちゃん。
The silver-haired girl folds her arms in front of her chest, making a prying gesture.
冷たい雨の降りしきる暗く深い夜の森を二人で逃げたあの時も、意地悪な祖母からの暴力を体を張ってかばってくれたあの時も、お兄ちゃんはいつもいつでもいつまでも私を守ってくれました。だから私はいつまでだってお兄ちゃんのことを信じて待つの。
Okay.
でも分かってるの。何もかも全てがうまくいくはずがないって。私とお兄ちゃん、遥か悠久の時を経て現世によみがえった二人の前には1万年に一度の悲恋の宿命が待ち受けているの。だけど二人はまだその宿命を知る由もないの。
Come again? Out of nowhere, the silver-haired girl starts monologuing some flowery novelesque narrative. The thud, a mountain of noticeably thin manga books collapse. Blighted love? Fate?
そう、1万年に一度の禁断の恋は何が何でも伊達じゃない。映画化必須で興行収入無限大。ゲーゼでのお兄ちゃんは どこにでもいるとってもイケメンな高校生。
Okay, we get it, you're a tunie.
はるか1万年前に誓い合った私との愛の約束もきれいさっぱり忘れてしまって、今もどこかで自分に課せられた涙ぐましいその宿命に気づくことなく、まあ程よく可愛い幼なじみとイチャイチャしながら平穏無事に暮らしているの。そして私はそんな平凡な日常を享受する主人公然としたお兄ちゃんの前にある日突然現れて、その平穏な毎日にカラフルな学園コメディ的な変革をもたらす謎の少女なの。
Her head seems to be in the clouds.
何？
Are you fully awake?
ちょっとだけ。
Clearly. Oh, well then.
ゆうくん、
What?
ちょっとこっち来て。
Huh? Where?
いいからこっちへ。
Drags me to the door area and turns her back to the girl.
ゆうくん、あの子どうするの？
How am I supposed to know?
ここは一つ、ゆうくんがお兄ちゃんのふりをしてみるってのは？
Out of the question. I've never had a little sister. Well, I guess there's also the possibility that I forgot.
ゆうくん、私は思うんだけど、
Yeah, go on.
あいつが様子を見に行けって言ってたのは、多分この子をよろしく頼むってことなんじゃないかな。
Well, cleaning it up from all the dust in the room, apparently. I recall what he said to me. Look after Kyo for me. Hey, you over there.
何？
What'd you say your name was again?
今日敷島今日。
Of course.
何がやっぱり？
Would it have killed that man to explain things in detail? I feel a wave of dizziness start to assault me. We turn around.
お腹減った。
Unlucky.
お兄ちゃんお腹減ったよ。
ほら、お兄ちゃん、何か言ってあげなよ。
Don't don't enable her. She playfully jabs me with her elbow. What am I supposed to say?
お兄ちゃん私はとっても空腹なの。
You don't say that unironically. Gotcha. You want something to eat, yeah? I'll make enough to fill your stomach. So could I get you to do a little something for me in return?
お願い。
I don't like that blush. What are you thinking? Yeah,
脱ぐ？
I fucking knew it. Nah, no. Just because you're... Bro, she had hentai on her TV while she was in the closet. She wasn't even watching it. Like... No. The dizziness transforms into a painful headache. Please stop calling me Oni-chan. That's that's what I want you to do.
どうして
He stares at me, eyes flickering.
どうしてなの
It just feels weird.
わかった。
She hangs her head, saddened.
お兄ちゃんがそう言うなら考える。
Already too late.
なんだ。この子のことは、ゆうくん、君に任せた。
Huh?
なんだか知らないけれど、懐かれちゃったんじゃないかな、君は。
Well, she is around, so, you know. What? Don't be silly.
お兄ちゃん、お腹すいたよ。
I know.
うん、あれだ。頑張ってね。
Fuck you too, Suzu. I can't believe you're just throwing this on all on me. Just plain irresponsible. And a con artist. I sag my shoulders dejectedly when
ああ
apparently Suzu has discovered something.
これは
Uh-oh.
あのねお兄ちゃん。
What is it?
うん、聞いてほしいことがあるの。
Who is this woman?
今日はね、この頃とっても成長期。
I don't like where this is going. Okay. Places her hand on a surprisingly voluptuous chest.
だけど、わざわざ下着を買うために外出するなんて嫌。
Huh? What are you talking about? Oh! You're the one stealing! Right, yeah, I should have realized.
だから寮内でちょうどいいサイズを探してもらってきたの。
こんなところに私のブラが大量に
Well, you know, to be fair, they probably look better on her than you. What? I'm definitely not biased because she's around. What? Oh, what? That's what I'm saying.
だからねお兄ちゃん、今日はこの頃なんだかとっても加速度的に成長期。
Right.
ここにあるのはもう全部きつくて装着できないの。
Damn, that... Talk about a burn on Suzu's behalf. It all makes sense now. So essentially, you went searching around the dorm and snatched up bras you found?
そう、
She bobs her head.
そういうこと。
Well, we have solved the mystery now. The person whose bras she happened to steal being Suzu, of course.
よかったちゃんと見つかって。もう下着のストックが本当にやばかったんだよね。
Glad she doesn't... Don't worry about her comments being, she's bigger than you. That's my apology.
はい？ごめんなさいって？
She's feigning ignorance. Don't you dare think you can fool me. You know damn well what I mean. You made me out to be the underwear thief, remember? And how many times did I tell you it wasn't me?
長い人生、そんなこともあるよね。
Easy for you to say. My innocence had been proven in the last place. I would have expected, but honestly, I'm not happy in the slightest. Well, yeah, because she didn't take any accountability.
Mogu mogu.
Man, for someone who accidentally got me framed as a panty as an underwear thief, I can't get mad at her. Look at how cute she is.
これは一体どういうことでしょうか。ユマさんがおかしな女の子を連れてきてしまいました。
Don't worry, Kana. She's just another rival.
もぐもぐもぐもぐ。なんだろう。
What are you? Something the matter?
とても親近感が湧くような気がする。表情がないところとか特に。
Oh, right. Yeah, you're both emotionless kuderes. One spelt COO and the other spelt CKUU. Which one is which? I'll never tell. Oh, you knew you weren't very expressive?
もぐもぐもぐもぐ。
Gulp.
私は今日、敷島今日と呼び捨てにしてくれてもいい。敷島さんですか？うん。お兄ちゃん、おかわりちょうだい。
I thought we agreed that you'd stop calling me that.
お兄ちゃん？あんた、もしかして。
It's not like that. Huh? Don't tell me you what.
そんな趣味があったの？
No!
シスコンってやつなの？
Why are you saying it? Why is it my fault? He eyes me with total disgust.
お兄ちゃんって呼ばれるのが嬉しいの？
No, absolutely not. I'm not making her call me that because I want to.
不潔です。
You aren't even listening to me.
まったくね。待ってください。違います。その方はおっぱいの神様なんです。お兄ちゃんじゃありません。
Bro. Doesn't help. That doesn't help. What?
皆さん、お手を合わせてください。きっと、驚異に驚異的なご加護があるのです。お胸の成長がみるみるうちに促進されますよ。
I mean, to be fair, unlike what Kyo says with the Oni-chan bit, you did this to yourself, Yuma. You called yourself the god of boobies, so, you know.
私、これ以上大きくなったら、とっても困るの。
Get it?
羨ましくない、羨ましくない、羨ましくなんてないんだから。
Yeah, please, I'm begging you. Don't join in on their nonsense. Just, what kind of cult leader do you take me for?
お兄ちゃん、おかわり。
Yeah, sorry. Wait here one moment.
大変だね、ゆうくん。なんだかちょっと同情しちゃうかも。
Why not lend me a helping hand?
ごめんね。私、女の子だからお兄ちゃんにはなれないんだよ。
He places a hand on my shoulder before continuing.
応援してるよ、お兄ちゃん。面白おかしく影からそっと。
I think this is just one big game, don't you?
ちょみっとだけ。
I'm extremely tempted to do something I shouldn't. Alright, time to write up today's diary entry. Nothing happened. I opened Shinku's book. Very peculiar book. No matter how many pages I fill with entries, there's always no shortage of blank pages. There's never a shortage of blank pages is better. Most important thing that happened today was, the mystery of room 103 being solved, I guess.
そしてその住人にも会えた。名前は？
Yep, I still remember it. I'd hope so. It hasn't even been an hour since.
そうか？
Yeah, it's Kyo. Shikishima Kyo.
正解。
Hooray! Shinku nods smilingly. More or less saying, well done, I'm proud of you.
ユンマ？何を考えてる？
Well, I recall the horrifying sight I was met with upon first entering the room with Suzu. Don't flashback. I was just thinking, like, girls these days are pretty wild, huh?
あの子が特別だと思うよ、私は。
You think? Yes.
そうさ。それとも変な期待をしてたりするのか？
Listen, women are a lot more secretive in their degeneracy, okay? Both their tone and facial expression are derisive.
エロか？
No, I swear I wasn't.
エロなのか？
I wasn't.
なんだよ今の微妙な間は。
He looks up at me from atop my lap, staring into my eyes with a frown.
発情したのか？
I don't know why, but her expression is seriously frightening me. But it's cute. Absolutely not. Seriously though, you just asked me whether I got sexually excited?
エッチなのは嫌いだ。
Well, that's a shame because you got a route, so like you're gonna have to get used to the hate scenes. Well, it's kind of hard for me to cope with that as a healthy adolescent boy.
青少年の間違いじゃないのか？
Wow. She's chastising me at this point. Well, back to the diary. I resumed working on my incomplete diary entry. Well, after a strange series of events, I now have to assume the duties of the manager.
正しく言えば管理人代行だけどな、あくまでも。
Okay. Well, yeah, that I am.
それならさ、しばらくはあの寮で寝起きしたらどうだ？管理人室を借りるとかさ。ここへはもう日記を書いて寝泊まりするだけでほとんど帰ってないじゃないか。だからそうした方が効率がいいって私は思うな。
That might be an idea, but I don't know. My eyes wander across the room I'm in. Right now, I'd like to keep things as they are.
そうか？
Miku leans back against me. I perceive a light force from her weight, and also her tender warmth. Man, being the acting manager is going to be tough. It's going to be tough.
不安か？
A little. Definitely. A little, definitely. I'm not sure I'll be able to take care of that cabinet. I finish off my entry in the diary. I then close Shinku's book and stow it away in the desk's drawer. Alright, what do you want to talk about today?
ちょっと話足りないけど、いいよ。今日はもう寝よう。
This is new. Sure?
あ、なんだかユーマがひどく眠そうだから。
Sorry, I guess I'm just a little worn out today after all that happened. I crawl under my blanket, turn out the light, and amidst the darkened room I close my eyes. Night, Shinku. See you in the morning.
おやすみ、ユーマ。
Feel the sensation of her fingertips brushing over my forehead.
ユーマ、お前の明日がお前が思っているよりもずっと素敵な一日になることを祈ってる。
I then begin to dream. A memory from the day long ago, from that day long ago when I first awoke as me. Okay. You're like, oh, there you go.
この町にはね、魔女が住んでいるんだよ。
That was what the girl who proclaimed to be my childhood friend said to me upon hearing my wish and to not forget who I was.
何でも願いを叶えてくれる魔女が。
A witch? A witch? Not a sorcerer?
何それ。
I don't know what a witch is, but I know what a sorcerer is.
ユーマに知ってることがあるなんて意外。何もかも全部忘れてばかりだと思ったのに。
ユーマ、私のことは誰にも秘密にしておいた方がいいと思う。
I heard a voice tell me that in my head.
きっと誰に言ったところで信じてはくれないだろうし、変なやつだと思われるだけだろうから。
I'm already weird enough as is. I'm even talking to myself. In this weird voice, I can't remember my past, and my memories reset every day. Put these two facts together and no one would have objected to me being weird.
誰と話してるの？
He frowned confusingly at me.
ユーマはよくブツブツ独り言を言うけれど。
Does that mean Shinku was with, Does that mean Shinku was with Yuma the other times his mind reset?
ほらな、こういう顔をされる。怪げそうなというか、不思議そうなというか。とにかく、私のことは秘密にしておいた方がいいよ。私の声も姿も、ユーマ以外の誰にも確認できない。だから、人前では私のことは無視してもいいから。
ユーマ？
What about the witch? What is she?
この町の商店街の裏にね、もともとは旅館だったらしい学生寮があってね。
Mia took my hand and walked off with brisk steps. Her eyes were only looking forward. Is it a student dormitory?
そうだよ。名前は確か嵐山荘。そこの2階の部屋に何でも願いを叶えてくれる魔女が住んでるんだって。
So the witch is Suzu. Watched on towards the place where the witch supposedly lived.
学校で噂になってるんだよ。その魔女のところへ読み終わった本を持っていくとね、どんなお願いも聞いてくれるんだってさ。
Yeah, I can see that. Finished book? Does she eat books to survive or something?
違うよ。ヤギじゃないんだから本は食べないと思うよ。
She's a witch, so who can know for sure, she explains.
魔女はね、本を読むのが好きなんだって。
Oh, really?
そうみたい。魔女の話は噂は噂で嘘っぱちかもしれないけど、でも試してみるだけ試してみたっていいじゃない。
Let's just
違
say
う
that
のは読み終わった本だけだもの。
let's just say that Suzu is a real bibliophile.
だからさ、その魔女にユーマのことを相談しに行こうよ。
Said today was the first time you've ever told me told me about the witch. I didn't say it in shitty young humor. How come you never mentioned it to any of the me's from other days?
魔女の噂はずっと昔から聞いてたけど、私は信じてなかったんだもん。でもね、昨日私の友達が魔女に助けてもらったから。
Bro, fucking hurry up and speak faster. You are lucky that that the audio keeps playing if no other audio is going to play after the text box, because that would have been completely missed. So you know a person who got their wish granted by the witch?
そう、いるよ。その子のお父さんが怖い人たちに騙されちゃって、それで家族みんなが危なくなったんだって。だから一日でも早くこの町から逃げ出さないと、お父さんもお母さんも死んじゃうって。その子泣いてた。大人の世界はよくわからないけど、警察に行っても助けてくれなかったんだって。だからさよならだって言ってた。もう学校には来れなくなるって。警察とその怖い人がつながっていたのかもしれないな。
When I quoted Shinku word for word, Mia replied to me, "There's no justice in this world because God has taken it back to his kingdom alongside his beloved children," while sporting a somewhat sagely expression.
だから悪魔だけがこの世には残っているの。
Mandela Catalog.
とにかく町から逃げ出す前の日に、その子は最後の望みを託して魔女に相談しに行ったんだって。お父さんやお母さんには内緒で。そしたらね、何があったのかは詳しく知らないけれど、次の日もちゃんとその子学校に来たよ。前の日まですっごく暗い顔をしてたのに笑顔だった。魔女にありがとうありがとうってずっと言ってた。
Oh?
魔女に何をしてもらったのかを聞いても、私のことは秘密にしなさい、絶対に誰にも言っちゃいけないよって魔女と約束したからって。何も教えてくれなかったけど、とにかくね、魔女は本当にいるんだよ。私の友達を一日で、一晩で助けてくれたんだもん。ユーマのことだってきっと助けてくれるよ。
As long as we bring her a finished book.
そういうこと。
After making a quick stop by Mia's place, we headed to the dormitory. The reason we went there first was to fetch a book of hers. There's a book she'd read through in order to write a book report for her summer break homework. This was the book we'd give to the witch, she said. Is there a sorceress living in that book? Uh-oh.
何それ。
Actually, no, Mia doesn't know what you're talking about, so it should be fine.
だからそういうことを言うなって。私の知っている普通や常識の枠内では本の中に魔法使いは住んでいないものなんだ。自分で言うのもなんだけど、私は特殊なんだよ。
Tell me those things in advance. I remember thinking the only knowledge in me was language. My vocabulary was only high enough so that I could hold basic conversations on the level of what I had been having with Mio. Outside of that, I had nothing. I possessed no notion of what was logical or what was common sense.
この本はね、とある有名な絵描きさんの絵を収集しているお金持ちの別荘で殺人事件が起きる話。主人公は下半身が不自由な男の人。
Oh? Oh.
読書感想文なんてバカみたいじゃない？
Huh?
みんながみんな同じ本を読んで同じような感想を同じように並べているだけ。そんな風に軒並み揃えて同じようなことをとりあえずやりましたよって形にするために、せっかくの楽しい休みの時間を使うのって。ねえ、それは本当に意味があるのって思うの。
I mean, yeah, but if you were given the freedom to choose, but most of the time, if you're given the freedom to choose whichever book you wanted to write a report on, it'll be the teacher who handed you the task would be given too many reports on a lot of different books, and most of the time they probably haven't read that exact book that you're writing a report on. So it's usually given one book to each student to write a report on. If you didn't like the book, tough shit.
なんだかこの子は子供らしくない子だな。
I heard a slight chuckle from Shinku inside my head. That's why you... That's why you chose a book you thought none of your friends or classmates would read?
そうだよ。本屋さんに並んでるクラスの誰も読んでなさそうなの選んで。
I see.
こういうみんなが同じようにしなくちゃいけない中で誰もやらないようなものを選んで全力を出してみたいって思うことがあるの。
We get it, you're a contrarian.
そうした方がちょっとは意味があるんじゃないかって私は思うの。
Did you understand everything that happened in that book?
あんまり。
Oh, okay.
だから読書感想文も面白かった。
What a report. What a report. I mean, like, you can't be more articulate than that.
あとその本で新しく知った難しい漢字のリストを作ったの。その漢字の意味もちゃんと添えて。
You made a list?
わからない漢字すごくたくさんあったから 大変だったけど、それも感想文と一緒に提出するつもり。
Honestly, I had a hard time believing that she'd really tried her best. What'd you expect from a kid writing about a fucking, what was it, even I forgot what it was about.
夏休み明けにこの宿題を出して、先生が「この子大丈夫かしら?」というような顔をするのを見るのがすごく楽しみなの。
At least you're self-aware.
読書感想文だけじゃないよ。自由研究はもっと面白いことをして、先生の反応を観察しようって思うの。
I'll make sure to never question your personal viewpoints again. And would Mio even want that? I didn't peg her as the kind of girl who would want to confuse people, make them think, is this girl right in their head? She would want to be praised for her efforts. Have someone tell her she did a good job. But seeing the girl who proclaimed herself to be my childhood friend talk about all this boastfully, with a big smile on her face, I couldn't help but think it was a little cute. Following that, I continued listening to her talk, replying with the occasional short response to let her know I was paying attention. And before long, we arrived at the student dormitory where the witch supposedly lived. Managed to sneak into the building with little difficulty and quickly found the witch's room. Which turned out to be far younger than I had envisioned. Of course, you gotta have the panty shot. Why wouldn't... And also the feet. I mean, you know, the best of... Never mind. Envisioned. My mind should have been an empty slate back then. So how is it that I was able to form a precise mental image when told of the witch? I didn't know. It made no sense to me whatsoever. Everything felt off. Everything felt discomforting. It was like a thick fog had enshrouded every little detail regarding myself. They're really unable to recall anything at all. Some greater force beyond my comprehension had to be working in the background. That was the only explanation for it.
お願いします。私たちのお願いを聞いてほしいんです。
She was sitting on the window frame, flipping through the pages of a rather thick book. The young witch then looked into my eyes and said,
待ってた。
What?
待ってたよ。君が来るのを。
Oh, that's what you said. I couldn't hear you. You were a bit too quiet. The witch then closed the thick book she had been reading with a thump. The sound of it was so loud that you might think she meant to induce a tempest of the opposite side of on the opposite side of the globe with the weak air current. What is bro yapping about?
君が来るのを私はずっと待ってたよ。
Which smiled amicably at me. It had a warmth to it that caused fond memories of some unknown person to well up inside of me. Okay. Chapter 6. Kisaragi Mio does not regret tomorrow. wait, please. We've been walking along the street that runs next to the seawall. I fell to my knees right there on the spot. I don't know if this is flashback or present. I can't. My body won't move another inch. The summer sun viciously bakes my skin as sweat keeps seeping and seeping out of every pore of my body. Please, I gotta rest a little.
これくらいでバテちゃうなんて鍛え方が足りないんじゃないの？
Okay, it is present day. I don't think that's something you should be saying to the guy who's been lifting and carrying stuff for you non-stop since morning. I'm panting profusely now that my legs have stopped moving. Sweat pours out of an even larger volume.
人聞きが悪いことを言わないで。それじゃあまるで私があんたのことをいいように使い回しているみたいに聞こえちゃう。
Weird, because I feel like that's a pretty objective interpretation of what you've been doing. Today is Mio's second move-in day. Essentially, the rest of her stuff is being transported to the dorm. Yeah, and you're the transporter. Being the nice friend that I am, I offered her my assistance, thinking nothing of it. Little did I know that I'd be working like a dog from the early hours of the morning with no breaks. I almost feel like some kind of workhorse.
職業柄そういうのは必須じゃないの？ユーマには。
What kind of stuff?
体力とか筋力とかそういうの。
Stamina, maybe? Physical strength? Not really. Well, sure, but look, Mio. This is already our third trip. We've been using a cart from the dorm and transporting her furniture and various other things from her house for over half the day now, non-stop. No, I promised you I'd help, but sheesh, I didn't expect it to be this backbreaking.
疲れたの？
Nah. Very exhausted.
限界？
Nah. I'm probably not far off from that point.
それじゃあ限界を迎えるまで頑張って。
If you weren't so cute, I wouldn't have obliged. I wouldn't put up with it. How could you? Please, Mio, baby. I just want some love. Stop saying that. I throw a quick glance back at the mountain of boxes packed into the cart.
何？恨めしそうな目。
You aren't helping, that's why. Why didn't you just hire a mover if you had this much stuff? That's what most people would have done. Yeah, but if you don't have money.
そうね。でもお金がかかるわ。
See? What'd I tell you? Well, true.
ユーマに頼んだらロハだもの。
Okay. Okay, I guess I'm getting absolutely nothing in return for this. For these hours of hard labor.
そう愚痴ばかりを言わないの。帰ったらご飯を作ってあげるから。
Yeah, but you normally do that. That's what you do normally. What? You will?
そう。ユーマが好きなものを何でも。だからもう少しだけ頑張って。ね。
I will. I swear. I'll finish this. Just give me a short break, please.
しょうがない。
Why are you getting mad? What?
それじゃあ一休みしていきましょうか。ちょっと待ってて。
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna go do? Lightly jogs off somewhere. After a minute or so, she returns.
ジュースとお茶どっちがいい？
She's holding a beverage can in each hand. Where did you get these from?
そこの自販機から買ってきたの。喉乾いたでしょ？
Nah. Yeah, thanks. I'll take the tea then. Walk to the sea and sit down beside one another. Like we did that day so long ago when we ate lunch together. Not a person in sight.
そうね。
On the other side of the seawall, we see a desolate beach. We see the desolate beach. Hear the gentle sound of the waves breaking on the shore, then ebbing away. Feeling the pleasant sensation of the wind brushing against our cheeks. And we also spot the horizon off in the distance, warping in the haze of heat. Hey, Mio.
何？
Want to debate which boundary line is more prominent on in the horizon?
何それ？
Which line is thicker at the point where they meet? The line from the sky or the line from the sea?
意味わかんない。
He's implicitly calling me stupid.
水平線はどこまで行っても水平線よ。空はどこまで行ったって空。その場所なんかないの。それは追いかけたって意味がないものなのよ。何？
What's that yeah for?
不満そうな顔。
Am I? Am I just remembering it incorrectly or putting my own spin on it or what? Good question. Are your memories the real real events that happened, or are they just in your head? Whatever the case may be, I feel like Mio back then had some very beautiful romantic view. Had some very beautiful romantic view on the horizon. Actually, didn't she purse her lips at me back then, just like she's doing now? I don't quite remember. Take a sip from the beverage can, and almost immediately I'm hit with confusion. Hold up.
何？
This isn't tea. It's juice. Mia glances down at the can in her hand. God damn it.
ほんと間違えた。そっちが私のだった。
Well, how could you confuse two different cans?
何よ、ユーマだって口をつけるまでに気づいてくれてもいいのに。
Yeah, but at least Yuma has the excuse of being fatigued. For some reason, the huffy face she's making is awfully cute. Would she get mad at me if I told her that? I wonder. Hey, it happens to all of us. Sometimes we just become total nitwits.
それは死語だな。
yeah. Doesn't mean I can't use it, right? As I'm about to take another sip of the juice, Mia reaches her hand out saying, "Hey," and stopping me. Yeah?
それ私のこっちがあんたの。
But I already drank from it. Just a little sip, but still.
それが別に私は構わないけど。
It's an indirect kiss. Swipes the can out of my hand and takes a sip. Other than that, I point at the juice can in her hand.
何？
Yes, the cliched indirect kiss. Wasn't that an indirect kiss, basically? Shut the fuck up. You're cringe. She's staring fixedly at the rim of the orange juice can. figured she would yell at me something like, "How'd you point that out, idiot?" But all she says instead is,
それが
"Thank you, Mio." Huh?
それが何なの
I don't know what the big deal is. You just kind of put it on the spot there. Put me on the spot there. The unexpected response that came out of her mouth is leaving me feeling kind of in disbelief.
関節キスくらいで何なのよあんた小学生
Okay, she's putting on a front, but if she wasn't, pop off queen. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. My bad. She puts her lips on the can and takes a large swig. There were only 2 coughs there, Mio. Read the script. She chokes on it for some reason, which sends her into a coughing fit. You okay? I put my hand on her back.
ほっといて
She blushes as she swiftly slaps my arm off, still coughing heftily.
返す
What? Pushes the now half-empty can onto me. And what am I supposed to do with this?
いいからそっちのお茶をちょうだいよ
Sure. He was intent as instructed and returned the tea can. I stare blankly at the part of the rim where the hole is located. Jesus Christ. Hang on. I don't know if I don't know if the mic picked that up.
何見てるのよ
Indirect kiss. Because I'm 12. Huh?
変態
What? I wasn't doing that.
不潔
Yeah. She hurls a can at me. What is... Makes direct contact with my forehead. Nice throw. Oh god, the rim hit me. The sharpest part. I writhe in agony. What was that for?
いちいち言わなくてもいいことってあるでしょ
Oh, Mio, you don't realize that he's the densest object in the universe. What hint?
キス関節キス
Literally asked you what's the big deal about what the big deal about that was.
さしてほしいことってあるじゃない
What are you even saying?
バカ不潔変態
You didn't have to hit me with the freaking can. 2 minutes of heated back and forth transpire. Jesus, they argued so much they forgot to breathe. We're both totally drained. Phew. A sigh escapes me. I didn't even know what to say. I pick up the can she'd thrown at me. With half the liquid still inside, it's basically equivalent to a blunt weapon. Did you even confuse the cans in the first place? Tea and juice, the designs are 100% different.
うるさいわねさっきも言ったけどユーマだって気づかなかったじゃない
Well, that I can't deny. Yeah, and I rebutted saying that he's exhausted, so what's your excuse?
謝れ
Hey. What?
謝っとけって
Why should I? And tell me you think this is my fault too.
違う。こういうのはさ、謝ったもの勝ちなんだ。だから先に謝っちゃえばいいんだよ。
True, that's what I'm thinking as well, Shinku. We're on the same page right here. I lazily scratch my head, letting out a Sorry. I'm sorry, Mio. I heed the sorceress's advice. See, now you make it look bad. See, that's manipulation. She draws her legs inwards, wraps her arms around them, then rests her chin on her knees.
知らない。
Not another panty shot. It hasn't even been 30 minutes. I looked at the sky. The gentle sea breeze blows by and brushes against my forehead. You didn't need this. An awkward silence pervades the air. Skyline and sea line. I mutter that softly as I absolutely gaze at the sea, at the vast sea in front of us. Things were so fun back during our childhood. At least I thought so. I thought to myself, back then there was a myriad of things I didn't know. But maybe that's why it was so enjoyable. I honestly believe that despite how clueless I was back then, and how clueless I am now, I still at least could understand Mio's feelings better than I do now. But I did remember, but did I really understand her back then? I'm having doubts now that I think about it. I suddenly notice her softly giggling to herself next to me. What is it?
なんだか私たちってまだまだ子供なんだなって思って。
You think?
多分。
Seeing that smile on hers makes me feel somewhat relieved. I consider my thinking were fun back then, sure, but you know, things aren't actually that bad right now either. If someone accused me of being simple-minded or fickle in my thinking, I'd honestly have to agree, but that's alright. Still hugging her knees, pressing her chin atop it to hide her face from me. There is no longer any awkwardness to this silence. It's a silence that speaks of our intimacy. That's the best way to describe it. Hey, I softly speak, breaking this comforting silence. Hey, Mio.
何?
Look. They're out at the ocean and the skyline. Sea breeze blows by. Wind turbines along the mountainside rotate. There's a little something I'd like to ask you. Is that okay? I decide to go ahead and ask her the question that's been eating at me for some time now.
聞きたいこと? 何?
Yeah, why the fuck did you move in? Oh, then continue. I'm just kind of wondering, what made you want to go through with the trouble of moving to the dorm?
わざわざ?
Well, don't call that trouble, then what is it? What is? I point to the cart behind us.
それは
The way I see it, the primary reason for a student to move out of home into a dorm in the majority of cases is because they live far from school and want to lessen the time it takes to commute there and back. But for Mio, your place is actually closer to school than the dorm is. It's a 10-minute walk from your place versus 15 minutes from the dorm. So I can't really see the benefit of moving there. Well, yeah, you don't see the benefit because you don't realize Mio likes you.
それはあれよ。
It's obvious for the readers, yes, but not obvious for the main protagonist. They sure don't seem obvious to me.
ユーマに変な虫がついたから。
A tick? Yeah, it's Kana. I can't say I recall being bitten by a tick anytime recently.
何言ってんの？バカ。そんな話じゃないわ。
What did you mean?
あのメイド、どこで知り合ったのか知らないけど、人前であんなにベタベタして恥ずかしくないの？
Yeah, true. Even I don't know the full story. I don't even know her real name. Me and her thingy? I don't think we are.
してる。十分してる。
I don't buy that.
ユーマ、あの子と話すとき、だらしない顔してる。
I believe it. Sleazy? What the heck's that supposed to mean? That I look like some horn dog? Please, that's just plain ridiculous.
男ってみんなそう。胸が大きければ誰だっていいんだから。
Hey, that's just not true. I can't speak for all the other men of the world, but personally, big doesn't always mean better. I prefer boobs that fit nearly into the palm of my...
なんだ？エッチな話か？
You could have just said I like all of the sizes.
大きいよりも手のひらになんなの？
Nothing. Want to continue our conversation about the horizon?
しない。そんなものどうだっていい。
I sighed twice simultaneously, one external, one internal.
ともかく、あのメイドがユーマに変なことをしないように見張ってなくちゃって思って。私はユーマの幼なじみだし、相手は校庭でメガホン持って騒いじゃうような人間だもの。何をしでかすか分かったものじゃないじゃない？
Yeah, she's kind of airhead. She's kind of an airhead. That's your reason? I'll admit their first confrontation with one another was pretty tumultuous. But lately, I think they've actually been getting along fairly nicely. Decided to move because of Kana? Yes. But not because, but that's because she's jealous that Kana gets to spend more time with you outside of school. Because Kana lives in the dorms that you frequent most of the time outside of school.
違う。
Isn't able to lie. Then why?
うん。
Mind immediately turns to the one thing, the only other possible reason I can think of. Problems at home.
ユーマにはあんたには関係ない。
She turns her back towards me, maintaining a sitting posture. Really? Being told that kind of hurts. Makes me feel lonely.
そう、関係ないの。ユーマには。だから、 もうこの話はおしまい。
I know that trying to pry into someone's private affairs is a surefire way to get them to hate you. But I don't know. I feel like I can't just let this go.
いい？この話はおしまいなの。だからもう放っておいて。と言いたいところだけど。
は？
今日はここまで付き合ってくれたんだから、これくらいのことは話しておかないと。お礼とかいろいろ含めて。
He slightly glances toward me.
私もうあの家に帰りたくないの。
Your home?
そう。
He nods.
それが理由。
Wait, then wouldn't that mean ran away from home essentially? Don't tell me you also forged a signature.
バカ、違うわ。
Am I misunderstanding the situation here?
ええ、違うわ。そんな反発する対象を履き違えているような反抗期真っ盛りの世間を知らない連中と一緒にしないで。
Okay, so it's a divorce. Well, that was rather pointed. Why are you leaving then?
どうしても何も、ただあの家にいたくない、それだけの理由。
That doesn't feel like a very complete answer to me. He has to be intentionally leaving out some details.
とにかくこうして手伝ってくれてること感謝はしてるのよ、本当に。
Don't mention it. But honest talk, are you really not running away from home? Okay, well, if she was running away from home, then I don't think she would have gotten a signature to be able to move into the dorm.
そうよ。誰もいない家から家出をしたって意味がないでしょ。
Wait, just your home was empty?
そう。
Say that like it's no big deal or something. What does that...
だね。
Why?
これ以上は教えてあげない。
What? Playful tone she said that was... That with... she said that with almost reminds me of someone pacifying a child. Said you'd tell me.
ヒントはあげたでしょ。だからここからはユーマが自分で考えて。
That was a hint? Man, I don't know how that qualifies as one. It feels like you gave me an impossible to solve riddle. But divorce, that's my answer. Lock it in.
そう？私は十分だと思うけど。
If Mio and her parents are on great terms, then it has to be the parents that are conflicted with each other. No. Feels like you're just messing with me now.
そうかしら？
Seeing that mischievous smile on her face gets me thinking. Maybe just worrying too much about her. A distinct possibility. But I still can't help but feel that like something's going on that I'm not aware of. The whole her moving into the dorm thing just doesn't make sense under any other assumption.
この子の突拍子のなさは昔からじゃないかって私は思うんだけどな。
You remember her summer book report? My goal was to confuse her teacher as much as possible, Shinku says.
今はあの頃よりも成長したからかな。ちょっと形を潜めてはいたけれど。
Yeah, you might be right with that. I guess I'm just worrying over nothing. Take a good, sizable breath of air through my nose. Well, as long as you're fine, I'm fine.
うん。これはね、できれば私自身の力で解決したいことなの。誰の力も借りずに、一人で。さてと、もう十分休んだし、そろそろ作業を再開してほしいところなんだけど、そこのところどうなの？
Yeah, I just can't shake this feeling that she's hiding something from me. But if Mio's told me all she wants to tell me, all I could do is honor her choice.
どう？もう動ける？
Oh, but it will be tomorrow. No, I'm good. Let's do this. I'm ready to finish what we started. Work me till I drop Mio.
頼もしい。
Flashing the smile my way, he hops off the seawall.
好きよ。
Huh?
あんたのそういう素直なところ、私は好きよ。
Blush. I'm so dead. We had finally finished moving everything by the time evening arrived. I can't move a muscle. And I mean it. This time, my legs will not budge. I'm currently sitting in the dining room table, slumped over it. I mean, I know I told you to work me till I dropped, but I didn't expect you to actually do that. Every last one of her items had been transferred here after 4 debilitating trips, and I thought that was I was finally free, but that was only the start. All of those items still needed to be taken to room 102, her room. Suzu refused to lift a finger, no matter how many times I pleaded with her. And now look at me. I'm dead. I seriously can't believe her. She's always whining about how she has nothing to do. Would it kill her to be nice and at least help out a little? I know it's pointless to grumble about these things, but I can't help myself. But I just can't help myself. But really, how do you have so much stuff?
女の子は荷物が多いものなのよ。男よりも持ち物を大切にするの。ほら、ブツブツ言ってないで、そこどけて。
He's currently setting the table for dinner. Mio decided to fix dinner tonight as a gesture of gratitude toward me for helping her.
ゴロゴロしてないで、みんなを呼んできてよ。その間に準備しておくから。
Bro's dead. I know what to tell you. Do I have to? I don't want to move.
ダメ。わがまま言うとご飯抜き。そんな飯だってダメよ。ほら、声かけしてきて。お願いだから。
You're being a bitch, Mio. Do it your fucking self. I do it every time I cook. Alright. Yuma does it every time he cooks. Dragging my heavy legs across the floor, I grudgingly trudge from room to room to inform everyone that dinner's ready. Everyone is seated at the table, and at Kana's word, we all press our hands together and give thanks.
今日も美味しそうなお夕飯なのです。いつもありがとうございます、お兄さん。
And she begins piously worshipping me. Is there anything I can do to get her to stop worshipping me at every given opportunity? I mean, it's nothing like folding her hand. It's not like folding her hands and praying to me will result in any sort of blessing coming her way.
サバの味噌煮に肉じゃがに炊きたての真っ白なご飯、どれもこれもとても美味しそうです。
With sparkling eyes, the new resident, Yukasa slurps up the saliva dripping from her mouth. Today's dinner was made by Mio.
そうなんですか？
Yep. We didn't have much of anything usable in the fridge, so she went all the way to the grocery store and bought the ingredients to make all this. While I, in the meantime, was hauling all her stuff and sweating my ass off.
それではちゃんとお代を支払わないと。
Pulls her purse out from the pouch she always has slung around her shoulder, then continues saying,
おいくら万円ほどの献上で、この美味しそうなお夕飯は私の空っぽのお腹に収まってくれるのでしょうか。
None. She shakes the purse up and down as whatever's inside goes clank clank. Judging by the sound, it seems to be entirely small change.
いい、そんなのいらないから。そんなわけには。いいから。でもただより高いものはないって昔のそのまた昔の偉い人は言ってらっしゃいましたし。それは何？私が詐欺師だったりに見えちゃうの？後から高額な代償を請求するような。
Mio, we don't want two con artists in this dorm. We only have enough room for one.
まさかそんなことは。
Suzu.
じゃあ黙って食べて。いい？言うことを聞いてくれないとユーマが痛い目を見ちゃうかも。
What? Why me?
モグは？
Cut what off? I think you should. I think you know.
そうですか。
She appears a bit saddened.
お兄さんがもがれてしまうのはちょっと。
Listen, if Tsukasa knew what Mio was saying, then surely Yuma did. By what? Seriously, someone tell me. I didn't think he would be dumber than Tsukasa, but here we are. We're gonna eat? Keep talking, the food will get cold.
はい、了解なのです。
Tsukasa presses her hands together once again before digging into her meal. Alright. I dig in as well.
どう？おいしい？
Yeah, it's really good. It's much needed since I've been working my butt off the whole day.
そう、それはよかった。
I don't like that smile.
なるほど、そうですか。
No. Kana is nodding to herself as she writes down something on a notepad. Add seasoning.
ご飯はこれくらいの硬さで炊くのがちょうどいいんですね。
Oh, god.
こういうのは好き好きだと思うけど、どういうことでしょう？好き好き？別に正解はないってこと。個人の好みっていうのはそういうものでしょ。
Mio, don't encourage Kana to experiment.
なるほど。それは生物と無生物とを分け隔てている観測的な質量のように哲学的ですね。
Kana, you're yapping. Her face reads loud and clear. What the fuck is this girl talking about?
ユウマさんは料理の味付けは濃いめが好きですか？そ
What?
れとも薄口が。
In Mio's head, she was like, what is bro yapping about? Good question. I'd say I'm somewhere in the middle. As long as it tastes good, anything goes for me, basically.
そういうのが一番困るんですけど。
Yeah, you're being a bit vague. Just say Mio's cooking and be done with it. She puffs her cheeks in evident displeasure.
ところで、それ何を書いてるの？
How to cook.
私なりに料理を研究してるんです。掃除洗濯と比べると少しだけ、ほんの少しだけお料理が苦手な私です。
Yeah, only a bit.
なので早く上達して皆さんの役に立たないと。
A bit better?
何がですか？
Nope, I didn't say a thing.
そうですか？
She's staring intently at the spiral notebook in front of her, which has the words cooking notes printed on the front. Seems to be serious about upping her cooking skills. I don't think there is anything in this game that she hasn't taken seriously.
勉強熱心なのはいいけど、早く食べたらご飯が硬くなっちゃう。
はい、そうですね。いただきます。
She takes her chopsticks and puts a bite in her mouth. Chews it nice and slowly, then picks up the nice bite and the next bite and repeats that. Almost as if she believes that savoring the taste will teach her the secrets of Mio's cooking.
思うんですけど、料理ってなんだか不思議じゃないですか？
I mean, I'm not gonna argue with you on that one. Mysterious in what way?
使ってる食材は同じなのに、どうしてこんなに味の差が出ちゃうのかなって。私の料理はあまり美味しくなくても、如月さんの料理はこんなに美味しい。そんなにも手順が大切なんですか？
No, usually seasoning is the main factor in the difference between bland cooking and delicious cooking. Well, the way you prepare something is technically what cooking is. Also, rather bland. Are you serious? The words slip out of my mouth on accident. I simply couldn't contain myself.
何がですか？
Your shit at cooking. Never cook. Oh, I just don't know if rather bland is an adequate way to describe it. My exact thought was, that's really sugarcoating it. Minus the sugar. But all Kana does is tilt her head in utter confusion, as if she hasn't a single clue what I'm referring to. Been thinking about this, and I don't think she has an accurate understanding of where her cooking ability lies on the scale.
料理は難しいんだね。
なんていうかさ、もっと楽しく食べればいいのに、そんな難しい顔しないでさ。ねえ、きょうちゃんもそう思うでしょ？
I didn't expect you to be at the table. Kyo had always used to eat her meals in her room 103, room 103, but ever since Shigure's departure, she's been eating out here with us.
いや
Huh?
いいよ。
1日3回ご飯のたびにここまで歩いてこなくちゃダメなんて
Yeah, I thought so.
そんなの嫌辛すぎる
She slumps lifelessly over the table.
息切れと浮きが半端じゃないの
Well, that's what the food is for. It's so you get more energy, so you can walk back. Talks almost like an elderly lady that had to climb a long flight of stairs.
今日からここを私の部屋にしてもいい
No, yeah, that's a no.
それじゃあここにテレビを置いてゲームをしても
Well, the kinds of games you would be playing, I don't think that's appropriate. No. Considering the kinds of games she's supposedly playing. That's what I'm saying. No way in hell. My virgin eyes would rather not see those pornographic mosaic images again. Right. We can't really have you playing those games of yours out here. I didn't even want to imagine how awkward it would be for everyone here. Dinner is now over. I decided to swing by the manager's office to check the cabinet before going home.
早く帰って日記を書かないと今日が終わっちゃうぞ。
Brr. Look good. We still have about an hour till midnight.
日記を書くのにいつも30分以上は軽くかかるじゃないか。
That point, I guess. But it's not like my memories are gonna reset if I forget an entry or two. Things have improved considerably since back then, have they? I guess what I'm trying to say is, you don't need to be so stringent about it.
私が神経質だっていうのなら、ユーマは無頓着すぎるよ。
Does it really?
自分の記憶の問題だぞ。どうしてそんな平気そうな顔してられるんだ。
I'm not, I promise.
してる。まるで人事みたいな顔だ。
See, the problem with Yuma is that he's very laissez-faire about everything. As in, he doesn't take anything seriously. But things are different now. I don't think if the daily diary writing helped... I don't know if the daily diary writing helped my memory improve or what, but... I still haven't figured out the exact reason. Actually, on second thought, I feel like I may never know the real reason behind this change. But either way, my memories don't reset with each day like they used to when I was a boy.
だから1日くらい書かなくても平気だろうってことか？
Well, basically.
確かにそれは間違っちゃいないだろうけど、でも私はできるだけ早く日記を書いてもらいたいんだよ。日付云々よりも最低限夜寝るまでには日記を書いてほしい。ユーマはもっと自分を大切に思ってほしいんだ。
I'll try to remember to. After the brief dispute with Shinku, I make my way to the manager's office further down the hall. My brow perks up as I see a person currently leaving the room. Mio? Her shoulders flinch upon me, calling out to her. In the process, she drops an envelope she'd been holding. What are you doing here? You need something from the manager's office?
いや、別に何でもないけど。
Pick up the envelope, and my eyes naturally wander toward the addressee. Huh? Ms. Kisaragi Mio was handwritten on it. He snatches the envelope from my hands.
人の手紙を宛名だろうと勝手に見るのは感心しないわね。
But I'm the manager, so it's my job to. Sorry. No, Yuma, you should be like, it's my job. It's not like I had any bad intentions.
反省してる？
Of course.
心から？
Yeah.
それじゃあいいわ。許してあげる。
She stows the letter away in her pocket. Where?
今度からは気をつけてね。
With that, Mio walks off in the direction of her room.
そういえば。
Her hand's still on the doorknob into her room. Room 102. I know her room. You don't need to keep telling me her room number. She turns her head and speaks to me.
今日はありがとう。引っ越しを手伝ってくれて。
は？
俺、まだちゃんと言ってなかったように思うから。
Oh, okay.
だからありがとう。助かったわ。貸し一つってことでつけておいてね。
Took you long enough. Oh, me? Like what?
お返しに今度は私がユーマの言うことを何でも聞くから。
Any? Door makes a noisy creaking sound as she pulls it open. It's old, but still probably fitted. Gotcha. I'll come to you if something ever comes up. With one last look at me, she says,
おやすみ。
You didn't say Yuma. After that, she walks inside and shuts the door behind her. As I'm opening the door to the manager's office, I sink into thought. She never did ultimately tell me just what was she doing in here. Cabinet, which I came to check on, had no emergency letters, or did anything else appear to be out of the ordinary. Oh, time to go home then.
急ごう。もう今日が終わるまであと45分もない。
Holy, it took him 45 minutes? Okay. Was an hour before midnight, before he got to the room, right? And then... Yeah, Alright, let's write this diary entry. I opened Shinku's book.
どうしていつも日記を書くときになるとこうもテンションが下がるんだ？
Because it's work. I don't want to write. I told you already. I just don't like doing this. I'm bad at it.
今日もちゃんと手伝ってやるから。だからほら、もう少しやる気を出してくれ。
This is the best part of the night, the best part of the day. Every night, the CG.
なんだ？何か気になることでも思い出したのか？
Well, I don't know if I'd say I'm bothered by it per se, but I was just wondering if you could maybe choose a different place to sit.
なんでそんなに嫌そうな顔するんだよ。
Not disgusted. It's just kind of, you know.
ちょっと
Never mind. Hard to put into words. It makes me feel somewhat embarrassed. Like I feel antsy for some reason. As you should. Alright, have to write. So let's see. What was my day like today? I ran my pen across the book page, receiving a constant stream of feedback from Shinku regarding minor mistakes in my recollection of things. You know, Shinku. I start voicing my thoughts as I continue writing. I was seriously under the impression that Mio hated me.
ああ、前からそんなことを言ってるよな。
Right, I forgot you were denser than a black hole. That's what Shinku's thinking. But looking back at today, I feel like maybe, just maybe, she doesn't actually hate me as much as I led myself to believe. Nah, you don't say. What do you think?
どう思うって？
Yeah, I think you're an idiot. I want to hear the objective opinion of a third party on this matter.
忌憚のない？
No, I want you to be Shinku. Never mind. Yeah.
初めから嫌われてるようには見えないけどな。私には。
No way. Really?
むしろユーマは好かれてる方だと思うけど。保証はできないが、そんな感じはするよ。
I'm glad that someone is. I'm glad that someone has the brain in the relationship. I do hope that's the case. Oh, and I finally asked her about her reason for moving into the dorm. But what even was her answer? It didn't tell me anything, I feel like.
自分一人で解決したいことだって言ってたな。誰の力も借りずに。気になる？
A little. I nod.
でもさ、あの子はあれ以上は何も自分からは教えてくれそうにないように感じるけど。
True. And I don't want to be pushy either. Because, you know.
制作屋は嫌われる？
Exactly. I finished my entry and now closed the book shut. With everything done for the day, the fatigue finally hits me and my shoulders and back start to weigh awfully heavy on me. Alright. I was hoping to go straight to bed, but Shinku evidently has other plans.
今日は？
ん？
今日は何の話をする？
Oh my god. Her excitement is so palpable, I can almost feel it oozing into me from the point where our bodies are touching.
結婚したら将来は子供を何人作るつもりだとか、誰かと恋人同士になったらまず最初にしようと思うことは何だろうとか、そういったことを話すか？
Why is this all sappy romance stuff?
それはもちろん私がそうしたいからに決まってるじゃないか。
Okay. I think back. Remember what Shinku's wishes, Kanoe Yuma. The wish you must fulfill. Experiencing love. Sorry. You're just so excited, it's making me feel kind of tense.
身が甘える？どうして？
Kind of laying on the pressure, so I feel like I'm not allowed to disappoint you now. That's why I'm trying real hard to think of something interesting to talk about, so I can entertain you.
バカ。そんな不自然に構えられたら、こっちだって嫌だよ。
She sulks, puffing out her cheeks.
面白くないんだ、そういうのは。
Know something, Shinku?
ん？
You're kind of like a little kid. First thought that enters my mind exits through my mouth, quite unintentionally. Yeah, that's the deal with a lot of words you've said. Sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. Are you mad? Come on, please say something, Shinku. The silence is frightening.
身体的な特徴で人をこき下ろそうだなんて。お前がそんな軽薄なやつだったなんて。私はショックだ。
That isn't what he means, Shinku. He definitely wasn't referring to your physical appearance. He's talking about your personality and your curiosity, I guess. Oh, I wasn't talking about your appearance. I just meant the way you were acting and talking. That's what I meant was childish. Foreboding silence, that the kind that feels like a whetted stone. End of a needle is pointed right at you. Why did I have to say that? I might have actually hurt her feelings. Well, today I've learned an important lesson. Do not touch upon a girl's looks, nor say anything that could be interpreted as such. Gee, I never would have guessed. But why isn't she making any effort to get up off my lap? How am I supposed to interpret that? Okay, I know what to do. I feel more than a little reluctant to do this, but I've got to go on the offensive.
Huh?
I wrap my arms around Shinku, who is still sitting in my lap, essentially embracing her.
何するんだ。
Why is there OCG of it? Don't bite your tongue there, Shinku. But actually, on second thought, can you actually bite your tongue? True.
何言ってるんだ。
Up we go. But I put strength into my arms, lift up Shiku's light, tiny body with both my arms, and throw the both of us onto my bed. Hang on, this is get a bit.
何考えてるん
What?
だ。
Hang on a minute. What is this pose? What is what is this position? I just think you're cuter when you laugh, Shinku. Uh-oh.
Huh?
Her face reads, what the hell is he saying? I've always kind of wanted to make you laugh so hard you cry, even if I have to do it a little forcefully.
どういうことだよ。
Don't worry about it, Shinku. She peers up at me as I tower over top her.
私を笑わせる？
Mm-hmm. How about this? I start tickling her flanks, and almost immediately her face curls into a smile.
お前ふざけんなって。
Her face is bright red, and she's trying to stifle her laugh for dear life. Shinku appears to be surprisingly ticklish.
言うな。お前一歩間違えたらこれセクハラだから。
Don't worry, I know. But where will you go to press charges against me? You can't go to any organization or person, which means I can keep tickling you all I want. I continue my tickle onslaught. Shinku twists and thrashes around as the springs on the bed creak loudly. Hmm?
じゃんけんな。
Ah! That's what I'm saying. An uppercut comes out of nowhere and slams into my chin. I writhe in agony. Honest to goodness, I know I got a little carried away there. Both Shiku and I are sprawled across the bed, panting loudly as we stare absently at the ceiling. You know what?
なんだ
A stranger happened to be peeking in here. They would see me writhing and squirming around. They would have seen me writhing and squirming around all by myself like some weirdo.
そうだな。そういうことになるかもな。
Between ragged breaths, she replies,
まるで変質者みたいだな。もしも私が目撃者なら、迷わず警察に連絡を入れるだろうな。
You don't have to tell me that. I close my eyes.
ユーマ
I'm tired. I almost want to just fall asleep right here, right where I am, without moving an inch.
もう寝るか
Yeah, I think so. As I slowly start to nod off, thought occurs to me that maybe I don't need to go to sleep just yet, but unfortunately, can't fight against your biological clock. I just have to accept it. Humans are dominated by their instincts. So is every animal. Today was an exhausting day.
そうか。わかった。
Feel a soft touch brush against my forehead.
ゆっくり眠れ。いい夢を。
I'm sorry, Shinku. I wanted to talk with you more than we did.
ああ。おやすみ、ユーマ。お前の明日が今日よりもずっと楽しいことで溢れているようにと願ってるよ。
My consciousness sinks into the depths of a deep, dark bog. Then I begin to dream.